come and then they will crowd around him and take his food. So he will go to another plate and they will crowd around him and take his food from that plate as well. And he will go to another plate and they keep following him around. They are terrorizing him. They terrorize Sufi, sometimes I must lock them up to let Sufi eat. If not, they will not leave Sufi alone. Three of them like gangsters at it. They gang up against Sufi. So I will take. No, Sufi's a man. Sufi's a boy, not man. Sufi's a boy. It's not their mom. It's not their mom. They know it's not their mom. Sufi's a. You do that to your mother. Whatever your mother eat, you take also. Your mother eat something, you take. Your mother eat something, you take. Your mother eat something, you take. You order to your mother. I hope not. Whatever your mother wants to eat, you also want to eat. You never leave your mother alone. No wonder Zahra said that maybe Yusuf they think Sufi is their mother because Zahra, do you do that to your mother? Your mother said that you eat her food. Do you all eat your mother's food? Astaghfirullahalazim. Do you all eat your mother's food? Yes. Your poor mother. She can't even eat her food in peace. Some children who are like hyenas crowding around or like vultures, you know what vultures? Like vultures or like hyenas. They're going around and they see people eating food. They go around and they grab the food. Right, like hyenas or vultures. Astaghfirullah azim. Okay, no, you're good children. Okay, Bismillah. You're not hyenas, you're not vultures. Okay, you're good children. Now all the mothers are agreeing with me. Astaghfirullah azim. You're good children. You know, Habib Hamid bin Umar, one of the Habaib here, when he eats with his mother, right? He will not touch any food, but he will watch his mother's eyes. If his mother is looking at a particular food, he will not touch that food because he thinks his mother wants it. So he will never touch any food that he thinks that his mother wants that food. MashaAllah, right, Habib. MashaAllah. He's so amazing with his mother. To the point that when he went to Medina, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu from his grave, Nabi Muhammad from his grave, he asked the caretaker, the one who after the graves, to go out and call Habib Hamid bin Umar. Call Habib Hamid bin Umar, come to the grave of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Muhammad will see you. Because he was so good to his mother. Even if there was a fly flying around, right, and the fly landed on his face, since the funny the kitten just jump at the kitten, right? The fly landed on his face. He will not swipe away the fly because he's afraid the fly will fly to his mother and disturb his mother. So he will let the fly sit on his face because he don't want the fly to go and disturb his mother. MashaAllah, right? MashaAllah. Who can be like that with their mother? Who here can be like that with their mother? If you are super good to your mother, right? Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will call you to see you. See? He will call you special treatment. Why? Because you are good to your mother. Like Uwais al-Qarni, right? Uwais al-Qarni was so good to his mother. He never left his mother's side. He was such a good, obedient son serving his mother. Nabi Muhammad SAW knew about him, even though they never met. MashaAllah. Right? MashaAllah. So I hope all of you can be good to your mothers. If you really want Nabi Muhammad SAW to love you, then you be good to your mothers. Okay? Don't steal their food. Even though they will let you steal their food. Mothers will let you do a lot of things. They will not stop you because they are mothers. They won't stop you from taking their food. They will pity you. They will give you their ice cream or they will give you their chocolate or they will give it to you, right? Because they pity you, right? And you just take only. You just take only. And don't think about your mother. How like that, right? MashaAllah. Okay. Okay, come and start our class. Bismillah. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. وبه نستعين على كل أمور الدنيا والدين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا ونور قلوبنا وقرة أعيننا محمد اللهم make it. What do you make it do? وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Okay, let's start our class manners. Today we spend 10 minutes talking about the kittens. Astaghfirullah al-azim. But I hope it's a lesson, okay? You see how kittens behave? I'm sure you all are children who have better manners, right? You are better than the kittens. You don't bully people wherever you go. Okay, their kittens are very playful. They're playing with the pen now. Okay, now Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. If you want to see. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our class manners. So first thing first, did you all pray subuh? Hmm. Did you all pray subuh? Yes, Bismillah. We pray subuh. Second thing, did you all wait let me see. Hmm. Okay. Have you all bathed? Are you all smelly? Do you come to class smelly? Luckily to the internet I cannot smell you all. Are you all smelly or are you all smelling nice? Huh? Are you all smelly or are you smelling nice? Huh? Inshallah, you're smelling nice, right? Not smelly. Okay, you bathe, you have wudu, you're all clean, right? Siwak, you have your siwak with you, aurat covered, sing up facing Qibla. Yes, we are. Nice smells and good manners, right? Nice smells and good manners. Okay, let's do our siwak. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Where is my siwak? Okay, here. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma bayad bihi asnani wa shudda bihi lithati wa thabbit bihi lihati wa afsih bihi lisani wa athibni alaihi wa barik li fihi ya rabbal alamin. Amin. Okay. Okay, let's do our atar. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب. Okay, let's share our dua. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نوينا التعلم وتعليم وتذكر وتذكير والنفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على التمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم ودعاء إلى الهدى ودلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى مع لطف وعافية برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين آمين. اللهم إنا نسألك علما لدني ومشرب الصافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك علما لدني ومشرب الصافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك علما لدني ومشرب الصافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's slawat. Remember, we're going to slawat today. Okay, Allahumma salli ala sayyidina. Hopefully, when I slawat loudly, that these kittens will come down. Now they're super, super active. Let me just share my. What are we sharing? We are sharing the slawat, right? Let me share the slawat. Advanced, share sound. Okay, let's share the slawat. Share the slawat, not my email. Share this one. Okay, come. So today the whole week we're going to do Slawat Adanani, okay? Then next week we change Slawat. Okay, every week we try and change Slawat. Bismillah.
صلى عليك الله الله يا عدناني يا مصطفى يا صفوة الرحمن الحمد لله الذي أعطاني هذا الغلام الطيب الأردني هذا الغلام الطيب الأردني صلى عليك الله يا عدناني يا مصطفى يا صفوة الرحمن الحمد لله الذي أعطاني هذا الغلام الطيب الأردني هذا الغلام الطيب الأردني قد ساد في المهدي على الغلمان أعيره بالبيت ذي الأركان حتى أراه بالغ البنيان أنت الذي سميت في القرآن أنت الذي سميت في القرآن
صلى عليك الله. Kami all sing. Who wants to sing? Who wants to sing? I want to ask. Who wants to sing? I can unmute you. Stop, 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 stop. This one. Who wants to sing? Raise your hand. Who wants to sing this one? Yeah, I was at the last lah. Anybody want to sing? Salah alaika Allah. Okay, let me choose. Who should I choose today? I think I saw Mustaqim put his hand first. Okay, Mustaqim, I will unmute you. Okay, Mustaqim. Okay, I can see you. Okay, let me allow you to unmute. Unmute. Okay, Mustaqim, sing. Yes.
صلى عليك الله يا أدناني عليك الله يا أدناني. Wait, can I have the lyrics so that I
Ya
cannot like
Mustafa ya Safat Rahmani Alhamdulillahi Alladhi A'tani
I forgot.
هذا الغلام الطيب الأردني.
I forgot not the part.
Okay.
I forgot. I
Okay,
lupa. I lupa. You're so embarrassing.
so I ask your
Hello? I cannot hear.
parents to get you the lyrics. You all memorize
Ma, can you give me the
again
lyrics?
tomorrow on the
Tomorrow.
you who memorizes this lawat, okay? قد سادت المهدي أعيذه بالبيت ذي أركاني لأنه حتى أراه بالغ البنيان أنت الذي سميت في القرآن أنت الذي سميت في القرآن. That part, you know what it means or not? Ah, the computer hangs. Okay, my computer hangs. So next time I must my laptop. Like, bismillah. Hold on, okay. I think my Zoom. Bismillah. Hey, my computer is not working properly right now. Let me. Hmm, can you all hear me? Can you hear Ustazah? My internet didn't. My internet is a bit weak. Can you all hear me now? Oh Allah. Can you all hear me? If you all cannot hear me, then I must change my laptop already. Can you all hear Ustazah? Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay, come. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, if you all can hear me, is do you all hear me just now? Do you all hear me just now? Can you hear me just now? Okay. Just now, I want to tell you about the slawat, okay? The slawat, there is one part. Let me stop share, okay? I stop share and I reshare, okay? Okay, let me off my video. My video is making me slow. Don't have to watch the kittens. Okay. Let me try again. Can you see my screen? I'm going to tell a story for today, okay? I'm going to tell a story now. Okay, but just now, I'm going to tell you about the slawat. The slawat has one part. It's the slawat goes, قد سادت المهدي على غلماني. Say dua that you all learn Arabic, right? This part means, oh, he is the best of the best, amongst all the babies in the cots. You know the cot where the babies sleep? He is the best baby in the cots. I said, قد ساد في المهدي على الغلمان عوئزه بالبيت ذي الأركان. Like the grandmother said, and I asked Allah to protect him, to protect Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this baby boy. I asked Allah to protect him by the God of the Kaaba that has four sides and there are four corners of the Kaaba, right? حتى أراه بالغ البنيان. And then the grandmother said, until I see this boy, he grows up strong and he reaches his maturity, then he becomes an adult. The grandfather said, I asked Allah to protect him. I protect this small boy until he becomes strong and until he becomes strong and grown. أنت الذي سميت في القرآن. Then he said, you are the one, O Muhammad. You are the one who was named in the Quran. And this Quran is not talking about the Quran that is Nabi Muhammad will get, but he's talking about the books of Nabi Musa and Nabi Isa. The other prophets knew about Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam coming. Okay, I want to show you all something. Okay, in front of you right now, you can see it's a maulid. This is a maulid. Okay, and I know I want to ask here. You all can raise your hand. Okay, how many of you love maulids? How many of you love to go for a maulid? Right, and attend maulids. How many of you love to go and attend maulids? Do you know that maulids are full of stories? It's a story after story after story after story after story. Maulids are full of stories, but they're all in Arabic. It's all in Arabic. So if you go to Arab countries, right, the Arabs they really show, they really enjoy the Maulids because they will hear the stories over and over and over and over again. Maulid is like a gathering where people tell stories about Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but they sing it. They will sing it, right? They will sing it, or they will say it in poetry. They'll say like a poem. Right? It's very beautiful. Maulid are very beautiful. Right? But usually it's in Arabic, and most people in Singapore don't understand what they are saying, right? They just like the sounds, they like the music. But uh they actually they actually see, I forgot what I was saying. And they actually, the Maulid is actually stories about Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I want to read to you all one of the Maulids, one of my most favorite Maulids called Sharaful Anam. And I want to read to you all the story from Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam about his life. Remember, I've been telling you all about the light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, right? If somebody asks you, who said it is true? Who said about all these stories about the light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Who is the one who said it's true? Then you say, oh, Ustazah Fahana say. Then you say, how does she know? Where did she learn this story from? Huh? Where did she read this story? How does she know that this story is true? Come, I show you what's the story. Okay? The story is in Maulid Sharaful Anam by one of the great ulama or the great ulama of Islam. He wrote down the riwayat. I did it from Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Let's read. Okay, I'll read together with you all. Okay, then today I'll tell you, I want to begin the story of Sayyidina Hashim, the great grandfather of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So he says here, it was narrated from the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that he said, I was a light. The first thing that Allah created is the light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I was a light in the presence of Allah. Only Him and Allah. Nothing else was created. The first thing that was created is the light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the most glorious before the creation of Adam by 2,000 years. Remember, I told you all that it is 2,000 years before Nabi Adam was created. It's the light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This light would glorify Allah. The light will say, Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Or the light will say, Subhanallah bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-azim, Subhanallah bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-azim. And the light will glorify Allah and would cause the angels, remember I told you all, that the angels learn how to zikr because of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's light. Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu was doing zikr, so the angels learned how to zikr. The angels were created after the light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu to glorify Allah by his glorification of Allah. Let me sing Subhanallah. And then what happened? So when Allah Most High created Adam, these are the words of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu. He is the one who told us this story. If you ask somebody else, how do you know all these stories? I show you right now how we know all these stories. Nabi Muhammad himself told us about these stories. So he said, so when Allah Most High created Adam, he cast, that means Allah put the light into the clay or the sand that will be used to create Adam. Then so the light is now is at Nabi Adam alayhi salam. Right? Remember I showed you all that day when I drew for you. Right? I drew for you. Where is Nabi Adam? Sorry, but right, when I drew for you, right, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said when Sayyidina Ibn Mas'ud asked Nabi Muhammad what is the first thing that Allah created is the light. Then it was Nabi Adam first, right, who got the light. Okay, and then going back to our slide, then he made me in the ship in the loins of Noah. Loins, not lion, okay, loins. Loins means like inside their genes. Okay, not gene the pants, no, but genes. Like Genes. That means inside, inside of Nabi Noah, inside of Nabi Ibrahim. Then he made me inside of Nabi Ibrahim, the Khalil, when he was flung into the fire. Remember, so all my stories, who is the one who told this story? Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He is the one who told the story about the ship, right? And the fire. When Nabi Ibrahim was thrown into the fire. Who is the storyteller here? Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He told this story. And into Nabi Ibrahim when he was flung into the fire. And I did not stop. Cease means stop. I did not stop moving from between pure loins, pure men, to pure wombs of women. And Nabi Muhammad will go from the man to the wife to the son. Then the son will marry, then go to the wife, then to the son. Then the son will marry, and then go to the wife, then to the son. It will go like that, until Allah caused me to emerge, to come out from between my parents, Abdullah and Amina. Sayyidina Abdullah, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu father, and Sayyidah Amina, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu mother. And none of them came together outside of marriage ever. That means everybody who carried the light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu, they are the best human beings. MashaAllah, right? They are the best human beings. And then I want to show you another part about the light of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These all stories. It's all stories. Like about Nabi, how Sayyidah Aminah was pregnant, what happened to her. There. This one I told you also, right? It was said that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to cause the best of creation to come out, when Allah wanted to create Nabi Muhammad sallallahu, He commanded Jibreel to take the soil from the place where his grave will be. Do you know that all of us, right, we are made from the soil where we will die? Right? So Nabi Muhammad will die in Medina, right? So the soil from Medina was used to make Nabi Muhammad sallallahu. So Jibreel seized a fistful like of the soil from Medina, like a fistful, that means one handful, okay, one handful of the soil from Medina. Then he went around to the heavens of bliss and blessing with the soil. Oh, Jibril, he flew around heaven, around paradise. He flew with the soil that is used to make the body of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He flew around heaven and he would dip the soil in the river of Tasneem. Anybody here's name is Tasneem or not? Tasneem is a river in paradise. Anybody here name is Tasneem? Last year there was somebody here named Tasneem who kept asking me a lot of questions. But do you know Tasneem? Tasneem, in the river of Tasneem in paradise. Then Jibril brought the soil to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the soil was dripping from the rivers of paradise, and every drop had light coming out from every drop. The droplets that flowed from the soil. So Allah created from every droplet a light for every prophet. So every prophet got their light from the light of Nabi Muhammad. Amazing, right? So all prophets are from the light of Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Then Allah put the soil inside Nabi Adam. Remember, Nabi Adam is made up of all the soil on the earth. And all the soil on the earth is brought together to make Nabi Adam alayhi salam. And then Allah placed in the light that is greatness and pride is above everything. And so when the angels came and stood in front of Nabi Adam, they all sujud to Nabi Adam alayhi salam. And then I'm going to skip all these parts, okay? Until the light came out in, okay, dah main halas. I think the story is about the pregnancy of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sayyidina Aminah. Okay, dah main. Then later on. Okay, let me go back to our story, okay? Okay now. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we're continuing from Sayyidina Hashim, the grandfather of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let me take out Maulid Dibai. How many of you here know Maulid Dibai? You all know Maulid Dibai? You can answer on the chat. I can see your answer on the chat. I think I cannot unmute people because it makes my computer hang. Right? My computer will hang if I try and unmute people. Okay, let me show you. Okay, I want to show you Maulid Dibai. Maulid Dibai has a story about the light of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yesterday also I heard another Maulid. There are many different types of Maulid. There are many different types of Maulid. Yesterday also I heard another Maulid, right, by Habib Muhammad. And this Maulid has a full story about Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life. Full story of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life. MashaAllah. Okay. Okay, while waiting for the Maulid Dibai to load, never mind lah. It's taking some time to load. Never mind. Let me tell my story first, okay? Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So now we are continuing. Who's jumping on my screen? Let's stop. Let me just. Children, can you all behave yourself? Can I ask why are people not behaving themselves? Can I ask that? Can I ask? Can I ask the person who shared, Zuhra? And why do you share your screen without my permission? And why? And those who are screen, why didn't you all behave yourself? Can I ask that question? Right? Because you all promised me that you all behave yourself, right? Remember, it's part of the adab. Okay, I will ask again, okay? Right, the person who shared their screen, do you share it on purpose or accidentally? And then the people who drew on the screen, do you draw on purpose or do you accidentally draw? Okay, if you draw on purpose, you draw on purpose without my permission, then you must say astaghfirullah and say sorry, Ustazah. Okay, the person who shared screen and you did it on purpose, not accidentally, but you did it on purpose, then you must say astaghfirullah and say sorry, Ustazah, for doing that without permission. Okay, I don't like it when students do something on purpose and they know it's not good. Okay, tamam. Last warning. Okay, first and last warning. Okay, if I'm not sharing my screen, right? Do not share your screen on purpose. If it's accident, then unshare. Okay, tamam. Don't press things on your screen. Tamam. Okay, apology accepted. Okay, come. Let me go here. Okay, so now we are on the story of Sarina Hashim. Okay, who has memorized this? You all memorize the names of the people in the lineage of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I try and memorize, okay, from Nabi Muhammad all the way to Adnan. There are songs that you can sing online, but I like my own tune because I think some other tunes, right, they repeat, and when they repeat, I hear children become confused. Unless I hear children become confused when the tunes repeat. Okay, right. So I will sing for you all my tune, right, and then you all can follow it. It's all recorded. Okay, so my tune is Innahu, Innahu, Innahu. That means he is Sayyiduna Muhammad Abdullah Abdul Muttalib Hashim. عبد مناف قصي كيلب مرة كعب لؤي غالب فهر مالك الناظر كنانة خزيمة مدركة إلياس مضر نيزر معدن عدنان. Okay, this man here, whose name is Hakim, his name is also Kilab. He has two names. He actually has another name that is Mughira. He actually, some of them have a few names, okay? So if you see some books, they put Kilab or they put Hakim, it's the same person. Same person, he has a few names, okay? Hashim, his name is Amr, actually. His name is Amr, but they call him Hashim. Okay, let's start the story of Hashim. Then Abdul Muttalib. Sayyidina Hashim, mashallah. Why is he called Hashim? Like, it's a special name that is given to him. Sayyidina Hashim, let me draw him, okay? I'm gonna draw the ancestors of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Usually I will draw them except the father. The father of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I won't draw him. But the grandfather, the great grandfather, I will draw them. Okay. So Sayyidina Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You all know what are ancestors, right? What are ancestors? Who can tell me? What are ancestors? These people, they are the ancestors of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. What is the meaning of ancestor? Do you all know? What is ancestor? Can somebody tell me what is ancestor? Just type on the chat. Let me open the chat, okay? What is ancestor? Type on the is your great grand people from your bloodline. Correct. Right? Family all the way back. Can I ask you all, is Nabi Adam our ancestor? Is Nabi Adam every human being's ancestor? Yes, Nabi Adam is, right. Let me ask another question. Is Nabi Noah the ancestor of all human beings? Nabi Noah. Yes, Nabi Noah is also the ancestor of all human beings. Correct. Because Nabi Noah's time, all human beings were killed in the flood. Allah destroyed all human beings in the flood, except the people on the ark of Nabi Noah. And the people on the ark of Nabi Noah is Nabi Noah and his sons. The sons of Nabi Noah are on the ark of Nabi Noah. So everybody, all human beings are from Nabi Adam, and we are also from Nabi Noah, alayhi salam. Right? And in fact, most human beings, not all, but most are also from Nabi Ibrahim, alayhi salam. All the Arabs are from Nabi Ibrahim, and even the Asians, they are from Nabi Ibrahim. Asians, they are also from Nabi Ibrahim, alayhi salam. He is also our ancestor. Okay, so all these people here, they are the ancestors of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right, so father, grandfather, great grandfather, great grandfather, great grandfather, great grandfather, all the way. Okay, they are the ancestors of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. All of them believed in one God. All of them prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of them were the best people in their time. Like they were the most noble, the most kind, the most generous. All of them had the traits of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Usually the son will follow the father. But for Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his ancestors followed him because he was inside of them, his light was inside of them, they became good people because they carried the pure light of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So because they carried Nabi Muhammad's light, they themselves became the best people. And do you know that some of them, if I'm not wrong, Fihr, it was Fihr. In fact, some of them, they will actually hear the light inside of them doing zikr. They can hear, they can the light of Nabi Muhammad is inside of their body, right? They can hear Nabi Muhammad inside their body doing zikr, going Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. They actually hear it, and they actually report. I actually hear someone inside of me doing zikr. I actually hear it, mashallah. And some of them, like I think it was Qusay or not, or maybe it was Fihr. I was the one who actually would gather people on Fridays and he would talk to people about good things, something like Salat Jum'at. He would just do it, it's before Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He would just gather everybody, okay, every Friday we will meet. I want to advise you all on good things. Like Salat Jum'at, mashallah, right? Mashallah. So today's story is about Sayyidina Hashim. Sayyidina Hashim is the great grandfather of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Kita mana ni stop the chat again? Sila ada chat. Okay, off the chat already. Halas. Okay, sorry. If I forget to off the chat, you tell me. Okay, then I'll off the chat. Okay, just now I on the chat for a while, then I forgot to off the chat. Now I off the chat. Okay. So Sayyidina Hashim bin Abdul Manaf, he was a very good man, and in fact he was chivalrous. You know why chivalrous or not? I want to teach you all good English lah, good English words, inshallah. What is a man of chivalry? He was a man of chivalry. He was a man of honor. He was a man who was very generous, and he always loved to help people. He was a natural leader. That means he did not force himself to be the leader over the people, but the people chose him to be their leader because he was such a good person. So a lot of the family of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were actually natural leaders. Like, what are natural leaders? That means they are not chosen, they are not elected. That means it's not like government or something, No, but because they were very kind and very good people, the people naturally would ask them for help. Whenever they needed anything, they would actually ask these people for help. They were natural leaders because they were very good human beings. Okay, that's called a natural leader, right? So it's not like a president where you must like in a government or a king. No, no. These are normal people who lived in the society. They were together with everybody, but because they were so good, people just made them the leader. People just obeyed them and listened to them because they're very good people, right? So people love them naturally. They don't have to say, oh, I am your leader, I am your president, I am your prime minister, I am your king, you must obey me. They never did that. They don't have to. Right? They didn't have to do that because they were so good. And because they are so good and so kind and so wise and so helpful, everybody just wanted to listen to them. Mashallah, right? That shows how good a person is when people just want to listen to you. Correct or not? People just want to listen to you because you're a good person. So people just like listening to you. And of course, you don't say to people to do bad things or you don't torture people. You're a good person. So Sayyidina Hashim, he was called Hashim because he used to do this thing in Arabic. It's called Hashama, which means he will make food for the people. Sayyidina Hashim will make huge pots of food. And he will make soup and porridge, and he used to always make food for people when they were hungry. So anybody who was poor, anybody who was hungry in Mecca at that time, they know, just go to Hashim. Just go to Hashim. He always has food for people. He will always give food to people. MashaAllah. So people knew him to be Hashim, which means the one who makes the food. And the one who brings together the flour and the grain, and the one who makes bread, and the one who makes food. So his name is Amr, but he began to be known as Hashim because he kept making food. He was always making food, for the people. So people knew that they could just go to Hashim with an empty plate, and Sayyidina Hashim would never turn anyone down. He would never turn anyone down with their empty plate. He would always fill up the plates. But one year, you know what happened? To show you how great Nabi Muhammad SAW is, we must understand how great his ancestors are. One year, there was a drought, a terrible, terrible drought, right? There was no rain for so long, the entire year. The plants were all dying. The people were starving. There was no more food. There was no more food. And Sayyidina Hashim, he was worried because the people, right, they had no more food. He was very worried. He had to do something about it. Remember, Sayyidina Hashim, he's not the official leader, but because people kept going to him, like he always looked after people. And he would take initiative. You know what is initiative or not? Who can tell me what is initiative? Am I using a lot of difficult words? You know what's a drought? A drought is when there is no rain. You know what's a drought? A drought is a period of time when there is no rain at all. It's just dry, 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 dry. There's no rain. So when droughts happen, all the plants will die, and even the animals will die, and people will have no food. In the last time, it used to happen a lot. People will just go for weeks and weeks and weeks without eating anything because they get because all the food will die. With the plants and the animals will all die. That's called a drought. It happens quite often actually, especially last time when they have not enough food. Right. So there was a drought and people were suffering from hunger. Right. They were starving. And Sayyidina Hashim, because he's a natural leader, right? Did he say, oh, I don't care. I'm okay. Let the people die. Who cares about them? Did he say that? Of course not. Because Sayyidina Hashim carries whose light? Inside Sayyidina Hashim, there is the light of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Oh, he was very handsome, Sayyidina Hashim. All of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's ancestors are very handsome because they carry the light of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so they are very attractive. And usually the light is in the forehead, like here. The light is in the forehead of the ancestor. It will shine from the forehead of the ancestor. So some people who have knowledge, they can see from the face, you are an ancestor. You are either the grandfather or the great grandfather or the great 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 grandfather of the last prophet. They will say it like that. Okay, so Sayyidina Hashim, because he carried Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu light inside of him, he has the traits of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi. He was, of course he does. So can he just not care? Like, oh, I don't care. Let people die. It's not my fault. There is no rain. Did he do that? Of course not, right? Of course not. But he began to think. He began to think, how do I help the people? How do I help the people? How do I help the people? And he got an idea. He will travel. Yes, he will travel outside of Mecca. Maybe he will go to Syria or to Palestine. And he'll go to Palestine or Syria. They have a lot of food there. It's not desert over there. In Mecca, it's desert, right? But in Syria or in Palestine, it's not desert. They have orchards and they have fruits and they have vegetables, and it's very lush and green, right? In Syria and Palestine, the land is so lush and the land is so green and so fertile, right? Oh, let's go to Syria. Let's go to Palestine. Let's, you know what? Maybe we can deal with them. Then we can buy their food, or we can exchange with them. Maybe we can bring our own things, and we can do some trading. Yes, let's do a business. I can do a business with the people in Syria and Palestine, right? And I can bring food back to Mecca. MashaAllah, Sayyidina Hashim. Great idea. And that is what exactly he did. Sayyidina Hashim did exactly that, right? He had this great idea to go out, to leave Mecca, right, and to go and find food for his people. This is called initiative. What's initiative? That means without anybody asking you, you just help. Nah, that's called initiative. Nobody asks you to help. But because you look around and you see that, oh, people need help, people are suffering, right? Oh, okay, I will take the initiative and I will go and do something about it, right? Like sometimes you come home from school or you're at home the whole day, you know, your mother is very busy. Your mother maybe has something to do, or she's preparing for something, or she has a baby to look after, and everything. And then you went to the kitchen and you saw all the plates not washed. Ah, the plates are all not washed. And then you think to yourself, my mother didn't tell me to wash the plates. She didn't. She didn't say to me to wash the plates. No. But I will have initiative. I'm going to wash it without being asked. Ah, mashallah. That is the trait of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do something good without being asked. Like Sayyidina Hashim, right? Do something good without being asked. You don't have to be asked, right? Just do it. You know, my husband, Ustad Asa, he always does that for me. He will see that Ustaz is studying, I'm writing reports, I'm doing project, I'm teaching all early in the morning, everything. Then Ustaz Asa, he will make coffee for me, and then he will wash the plates for me, he will clean the kitchen, because he will see that, oh, I'm very busy, I'm doing a lot of other things. So he will help me out. You all also same thing. My kittens have no initiative. My kittens will just mess up the whole house. They give me more work to do. But you all, you see your mother is so busy, your father is so busy, you know, they're always having so many things. Your mother is feeling sick, maybe your baby sister or baby brother is sick. So you think, okay, I'm going to have initiatives. I'm going to clean up the hall. I'm going to clean up, you know, it's not my mess. It's okay, it's not my mess. I didn't do it. But it's okay. Let me clean it. I'm going to have initiative. Okay, learn a new word, okay? Initiative. I'm going to have initiative. I'm going to do something good without being asked. Like Sayyidina Hashim. Yes, like Sayyidina Hashim. Like Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Exactly like Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So that was exactly what Sayyidina Hashim did. So Sayyidina Hashim, he went all the way up to Syria, okay? Let me show you the map. Okay, let me find a map for you all to show you where is Syria. Let me see. My device is still not downloading. I don't know why. But never mind. Let me see. Map of the world. And okay, let me just pause for the world. Find the map of the world. Map of the world images. Let me show you how Sayyidina Hashim traveled. Who here likes to see maps? I want to see. Who here likes to look at maps? Who here likes to look at maps? You like to look at maps? Like map of the Middle East and of the world, eh? Map of the Middle East. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let me just choose which map should I choose. I don't like to see the word Israel. But you know, all of the maps right now on Google, none of them show Palestine. Now I'm up with the East with Palestine. I hope they have a map like that. I want the map of the Middle East with Palestine. I don't want a map that shows Israel. There is Palestine. But never mind. I don't want to have the map that shows Israel. Okay, never mind. Let me show you this map. Is it Palestine? Did they call it Palestine? I hope they called it Palestine. No, they put Israel. No, don't like. Halas cannot. You see what they did? They have removed Palestine from the map. See, they removed Palestine from the map. Very bad. They don't have Palestine anymore on the map. They have removed it. But I have a map, you know, in my house that shows the whole land called Palestine. I bought it in Syria. I bought that map in Syria. Right? The land there, they call the whole land Palestine. It's from Syria. I bought that map. But you see, you go online, you only find a map that shows Palestine. So anyway, this is not loading, but here is Mecca. Okay, Sayyidina Hashim lives here in Mecca. So he traveled to Yemen first, right? Because Yemen also has a lot of food. So he traveled to Yemen first, right? And then he made a deal with the people in Yemen that they're going to come to Yemen every winter and they're going to buy the food from Yemen. Then he made a deal with the people in Palestine and in Syria to allow the Arabs to go there in the summer, right? In the summer and to buy food from them, right? To buy food from them. Okay, the map is not loading, the map is not downloading, so I cannot see anything on the map. Never mind lah. All the maps are blurred. It's okay. But you know when Hashim went, right? Let me see this map. So from Mecca there, Mecca is there. Right, Mecca is there. Right, gonna cancel the word Israel and put Palestine. Okay, you put Palestine. Then you cancel it. Draw over it. Okay. Then Sayyidina Hashim gonna make our own map. Okay, I'm gonna make our own map. From Mecca, he traveled. You don't know how far it is. He traveled for 2 months to reach Jerusalem. There was a king there in Jerusalem, and he wanted to make a deal with the king to allow the Arabs to buy food from Jerusalem. See how much effort he put for other people? MashaAllah, Sayyidina Hashim. He put in so much effort for other people. Let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, but now the story of this king. There is a story about this king. So Sayyidina Hashim. Let me draw Sayyidina Hashim. Sayyidina Hashim. Allah. Let me erase. Okay, Sayyidina Hashim, when he entered into the court of this king, the king that was in Jerusalem. The king was in Sham, that was in Palestine, and was in Jerusalem. So when he entered in the court of the king was somebody from the Ahlul Kitab. Ahlul Kitab means the king was a Christian. And this king had knowledge of the last prophet because it is in the book of Nabi Isa alayhi salam. So they have Nabi Isa's book, the Injil. And inside Nabi Isa's book, there is a description of the last prophet. So this king who was inside his palace, and he was a king that was in Jerusalem, right? He was shocked when he saw Sayyidina Hashim because he saw exactly the light in the face of Sayyidina Hashim, this king that was in Syria. He knew that light. He knew what the light meant. That means this man over here, this Arab man from the desert, he is an ancestor of the final prophet. The king knew because the king had the book of Injil, Nabi Isa's book. And inside this book, there is a description of the ancestors of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So guess what the king said? And I'm going to stop the story here, okay? Tomorrow I continue, okay? The king said, Sayyidina Hashim, you, where are you from? And Sayyidina Hashim said, I am from Mecca. Mecca, the land that has the house of Allah, the Kaaba. And the king said, are you from the descendants of Prophet Ibrahim? And Sayyidina Hashim said, yes, we are from Nabi Ibrahim. Yes, we are. We are from Nabi Ibrahim and Nabi Ismail. Correct. We are from the descendants of Nabi Ibrahim and Nabi Ismail. And the king said, do you pray to idols? People in Mecca pray to idols. Do you I pray to idols? I hate the idols. I never follow what my people do. I help them, yes, but I don't do what they do. And the king was very amazed. And the king said, I want you. So the king said, Hashim, I will honor your request. You want us to have, a business agreement, right? So you can come here and buy food for your people, right? Okay, I agree. You Arabs can come to our land anytime you want and buy food from here. It's okay. We will not charge you more money. No, you can come here and buy food whenever you want. But I have one request. What is your request, O king? The king said to Sayyidina Hashim, will you marry my daughter. Because the king knows that this man, he is the great grandfather of the last prophet. And the king wants that the last prophet be his own grandson. Great grandson, right? So the king was smart, right? So the king was like, will you agree to marry my daughter, the princess? Would you agree? Because he wants his daughter to be the mother or the grandmother of the last prophet. Correct or not? So clever, the king. So the king said, marry my daughter. Marry my daughter. I want you to marry my princess, my daughter. And Sayyidina Hashim said, tomorrow I will continue what Sayyidina Hashim said. Did he agree? Did he disagree? What was his answer? Tomorrow I will continue the story. What did Sayyidina Hashim do? The king in Jerusalem wanted him to marry his princess. Did Sayyidina Hashim marry a princess? Do you all know? Did he marry a princess? Who I can ask you. Who here knows what is the name of Sayyidina Hashim's wife? The great grandmother of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who wants to know what is the name of Sayyidina Hashim's wife? You all don't know? The name of Sayyidina Hashim's wife is Salma. Her name is Salma. How many of you here, your name is Salma? Anybody here knows anybody whose name is Salma? Salma is the great grandmother of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Great grandmother. But tomorrow I will tell you the story about Salma. Who is this Salma and what is her story? Okay, and how come Sayyidina Hashim married her? He didn't marry the princess. Answer: he didn't marry the princess. He agreed. He actually agreed to marry the princess, but did not marry the princess. Something happened in between, and tomorrow we will continue, okay? Okay. My cats went outside to play lah. I cannot show you all my cats because they ran out of the house and they're playing outside. They want every morning I let them play outside my house for fresh air. They're playing outside. Okay. Wasallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Tomorrow. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. I have to go to school and my bus comes in 1 hour. I must get ready and go to school. You all have questions? You all have questions? Okay, who has a question? This was only for school, and I miss my bus and I cannot go to school. Who has a question? No question, right? Okay, come. Let's share our dua. يا ربنا اعترفنا بأننا اقترفنا وأننا أسرفنا